Well, I think we kid ourselves that this is going to happen anytime soon. I think Joanne was absolutely right to understand and explain what's happening under the fog of war, if you like. These pictures that we're seeing show very ill-disciplined troops that have been given almost the green light, if you like, to conduct breaches of the Geneva Convention, to conduct war crimes, to conduct genocide. And in part, we are, I'm afraid, to blame for that, because Putin has recognized the West's timidity. We've set ourselves red lines, which we're refusing to cross. We've essentially given a green light to Putin to do what he likes inside Ukraine. So we're saying never again. We use these phrases. We're never going to see this sort of atrocity again. But here it is happening. It didn't just happen in the Second World War. It's happened since then in places like Rwanda, or indeed where I served in Bosnia too. And we are not willing to step forward. We're not willing to do more to help our Ukrainian friends. We're giving them greater weapon systems and so forth. But essentially, we're leaving them to their own devices.
Well, what
places
could
like
we do
Mariupol
then,
are absolutely
Tobias?
devastated.
Yeah, what could we do then? Because there's talk of a no-fly zone. I'm not convinced that would necessarily work. Are you talking now about boots on the ground?
No, I mean, you're jumping to tactical options, which absolutely should be considered. But ultimately, there are weapon systems. We're still having debates about whether a weapon is offensive or defensive. You know, I fired an anti-tank weapon many times. There's nothing defensive about it. It's very much an offensive weapon. We should be upgrading the caliber and scale of weapon systems that we can offer. Those planes that sit with both Poland, Bulgaria, and Romania should be slid across. They've asked for tanks as well. They've asked for anti-aircraft missiles too. We have the port of Odessa, which is now, I believe, in the sights of where Putin wants to go. The reason why he's doing this retreat right now is so that he can actually move into Odessa and then landlock Ukraine. If that happens, then all the grain that we now realize is so critical for the world, for much of Africa, Asia, and indeed here in the EU, will not be able to get out through the Black Sea. So why isn't NATO then using a marinized capability to ensure the international waters are kept open? We've become too risk averse. We've had 30 years of moving into a very peacetime modus operandi, and we need to move back into the Cold War statecraft. Those skill sets that allow us to take this incremental risk, I gave a couple of examples of, without believing that everything is going to lead to World War III.